Hi everyone, my name is Casey and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a really delicious Southern African meal. This is super easy, really good to convert for different flavors and tastes. And it's just something that you can just throw on the stove and sit around and wait for after a while. So here we go. So it's going to be a few bits and pieces. We're going to start off by making a beef stew, and we're also going to make something called peanut butter spinach. Super delicious, really quick and easy. And yeah, so I'm going to show you the ingredients that we've got today. For the stew, we've got stewing beef, got half a kilogram of stewing beef here, carrots, one whole white onion, some celery, a green pepper. We've got 6 tomatoes in here. On the vine, off the vine, whatever you like. It's just the first that I saw at the grocery store. We've got Scotch bonnet peppers, which you can use or not use depending on how much heat you want in there. I like stuff really spicy, so I'm going to definitely be using those. We've got spinach for the peanut butter spinach, peanut butter for the peanut butter spinach, and then we're also going to be using half of this onion for that, and then one of the tomatoes, and then seasonings. I just grabbed whatever was in my cupboard. I've got some fresh thyme, cumin, chili powder, some bay leaves. These are essential, and some basil leaves. But just season to taste how you like. Whatever you've got in your kitchen works. I'm also going to be using salt and pepper, which is by the stove. So yeah, I'm going to start by chopping some stuff up. We're going to finely dice or mince the carrots and the celery, as well as the bell peppers. The onions, dice as large or small as you like. Tomatoes you can chop up, but I'm a little lazy sometimes, so I'm just going to run them through the blender. And yeah, then we'll be good to go.
Alrighty, so here's what we have for the stew. We've got some green bell peppers, celery, and carrots, all finely diced up in here. We've got minced garlic, we've got stewing beef, about half a kilogram, fresh thyme, Scotch bonnet peppers. These are pretty dangerous, so use with your own discretion. You can choose to use them or not. You can just season with like different peppers if you'd like. Salt, pepper, onions. For my seasonings, I've got cumin, bay leaves, chili powder, and basil leaves. And then in this blender, I'm a little bit lazy sometimes, so I just blended up about 6 tomatoes. You can finely dice or chop them like the stuff that we've got here as well. Or you can put them in the blender like I do, because it's all gonna reduce down anyways, so either way is perfectly fine. We're also gonna be using a bit of oil, and you can throw in as many seasonings as you'd like or not in there at the same time. So yeah, let's get started. So yeah, here's the carrots, celery, and green bell peppers cooking very well. I think it's about time to add in the onion. So yeah, let's get started. So yes, we have added in the onion. It is cooking quite nicely. That lovely sizzle is music to my ears. And I'm just gonna cover it up, let it cook down for a minute or two, and then stir it again. I'm gonna check on it frequently. I don't want it to burn or anything like that. And these cast iron pots can get really hot, so I'm gonna check a bit more frequently.
Alright, so this has been cooking for about 3 minutes on like medium/low heat. I'm gonna open it up, give it a stir. See what we're working with here. Oh, this looks amazing. Oh, and it smells even better.
So this is what it's looking like. Right now we've got everything in here but the stock. basically I'm just gonna add some stock to cover all the meat while it's simmering.
Okay, so let me turn off the stove. The stew is in the oven at 375. Sometimes I do it at 350 depending on how much time I have, but it's getting a little late, so I'm gonna rush a little bit more. Since it's pretty low heat, you can leave it on for an hour, 2 hours. The lower the heat, the longer you want to extend it to. I've left it in as long as 3 hours at like 350. So now we're gonna get started on the spinach. I got a pan, a larger pan because spinach takes up a lot of space at first and ends up shrinking. So got that. I'm gonna turn it on. Once again, drizzle some oil. So I've got about a third of a large white onion, half a tomato diced up, garlic, baking soda, and our spinach. You can use kale, you can use any greens that you like to cook. And then most important ingredient, peanut butter. I'm using smooth, but crunchy, smooth, whatever you like. You can make it work. So this is heating up pretty well since the stew is already on this pan, on the stove top, sorry. So I think it's ready to add the onion in. Spoon. Once again, sturdy wooden spoon. Toss the onion in. The onion cook down until it's like clear, slightly like a caramelized color. Now that we've got the onion in here, I'm going to add a little bit of garlic. Okay, so now I'm going to add in the spinach. The garlic's kind of browned a little bit. So now I'm going to add in the really finely diced tomatoes. It's half a tomato over here. The spinach isn't fully wilted yet, but it's pretty well there. You can see how much it shrank once I added it into the pan. I'm just going to let this cook until most of the liquid is out. And then I'm going to add in a pinch of baking soda. Alright, so the tomato has cooked down significantly. Now I'm going to add about a tablespoon of peanut butter. And just stir it, and once it heats up, it'll start to like melt down a little bit. And now you want to be on more of a low heat because if it's too hot, it's going to start to stick and burn.
So here is the final product.